All right, guys. Ian Anderson, Central Coast Disc Golf, and I am joined by Montana Macbeth, Christian Dietrich. Say what's up, Christian.
How's it going, everybody? Happy to be here.
Has that nickname stuck yet?
Surprisingly, it hasn't.
What? Man. Maybe after this round.
Despite your global reach.
Maybe after this round it will. We are in beautiful Montana for more Zootown. Was almost your home course, right? It's not too far away.
Yeah, basically where I grew up playing. I mean, I live in Helena, Montana now, which is a couple hours to the east of Missoula, but I'm a Missoula kid, grew up there, and grew up playing at Patty Canyon and Blue Mountain.
All right, and we are looking at Blue Mountain, and we're looking at hole one. What's the plan here?
Oh boy, just try to get something through that gap and across and over, so that at least you're looking at a 3. Certainly one that the top cards want to try to put themselves in position for a 2 on. But that gap is tight, and there's a big ravine, so get through.
And not an easy gap, and Garrett Gurthie taking an interesting route there with his Color Grow rock.
He's smiling. He knows that he got away with one there. Yeah, you got to put it through those 2 trees.
You do. We got Nate Doss up next. Looks he's got a TI Buzz in his hands.
Yeah, turn that one over a little bit, obviously, but once you're across, you're doing fine. So he'll be fine with that.
Cool. And here is you. What you throwing?
I'm throwing a kind of beat up rock 3 there. Just basically trying to do that and hopefully have a putt.
Yeah. Missed that tree would have been a little bit closer, but you still have a look. And here is Joe Rovere out of Colorado.
Yeah, we're all dealing with definitely suboptimal tee pad conditions, especially trying to execute an accurate shot like that. But more or less, everybody worked out. So.
Yep. Here is Mr. Doss, second shot. Just going to lay it for his par. Yeah, it was wet out there, man. I think I soaked through my second pair of shoes after like 3 holes.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I think there's going to be 15 uniform changes from all of us as we soak through clothes and towels. I think Joe had literally 25 towels in his bag.
He did.
And went through them all, yeah.
More towels than discs, which is always something. There's a little half go from you after Garrett almost threw it in with that Sonic.
Yeah.
He's pretty deadly with that thing.
Oh my gosh, yeah, and it's so fun. It's great to see, the top of the pro game still throwing all sorts of stuff. It really just does let you know that whatever works is the right way to go.
That's right. It's the archer, not the arrows. They can all make them work. A bunch of pars there. No shame in that one. I don't think I saw a birdie in round 1 either. It's a tough get. I could be wrong though. Where are we doing on hole 2, Christian?
Hole 2 is as close to a must get as you got on blue, pretty much. I mean, it really is just right there. Sets up real well for just a little stinker flick, forehand, or it's short enough that you can float a little backhand putter or something in there, but don't want to land on an edge because you can roll all the way down that hill, and even good shots can roll sometimes.
That is for sure. We saw that happen in round 1. Garrett opting for the forehand.
Yeah, he ends up a little above the basket there, but there's still a putt.
Sure. Speaking of putts, here is a putter throw from Mr. Doss, going with the Challenger.
Yeah, well, hey, if you throw putter shots as well as Nate Doss, be my guest. Just put it right under the basket like that.
Man, he just flexed it perfectly, didn't he?
Yeah.
Going Firebird? What's this?
That's actually a Champ Eagle, and I sawed it off big time. But if I'm throwing forehand, it's a forehand friendly hole. So
that is for sure. Looks like Joe. Guessing that's probably a P2.
Yeah, something. And obviously,
whoa.
Well, boy, right there you go. That's what can happen. Even though we didn't think that was coming in on such a crazy angle that he was about to do that, but shows you it is kind of a touchy.
It is. You are giving this a Christian Dietrich run.
Oh, dumb and out of control.
That's not what I was referring to. I was thinking a run that looks like it's going to go in every single time. They always flash the basket on at least 2 dimensions. There is a great scary putt from Garrett.
Oh yeah, got to commit, and once you commit, it's not that far. So, yeah. That's what happens.
That's 2 holes and 2 different kinds of smiles from Garrett. One's the I got away with one, and one's I made a good putt. As do you. Nice comeback, sir.
Got away with one.
Yep. And
It's just so hard to, just completely write off a 2 on a hole that, you've stepped up to the tee and you're almost writing it down.
yeah.
Yeah, I probably should have just laid up, but I've rolled on that play too. So
Hey, it works out. They go in sometimes. Got to play the percentages, right? Yep. There are those couple birds. Garrett, 3-stroke lead. Everybody else kind of lurking. And we are going to be looking at hole 3. And this is such a tough get, Christian.
yeah, boy, it's a challenge. Just no matter what your play is. I mean, I think a big forehand, usually will work out well. I mean, you're just trying to land on this little ridge though, and you're probably not going to get to it. But if you try to play to go over all those trees and kind of crash down, then you can go off the backside, and that's where you really get in trouble. So can't fall off left and can't go long, and just try to make the right mistake.
Sure. There is Garrett. Looks like he's flexing that star wraith given to him by our friend Charlie Burris, and coming up a little bit short.
Yeah, but that's not a bad place to take your upshot from. This one is really difficult to put it right on.
That it is. DOS. You know what this thing is?
I don't, but my guess is some sort of fairway driver. That's what you're looking at. If you hit those trees, it's usually good. I try to kind of overpower a rock, and I slipped off the tee here, and this is about to be a problem.
Yeah, there's a hill it can coast down pretty good if it goes that way. Oh my.
Oh yeah.
You brought your hiking shoes, thankfully.
Yeah.
We got Joe flexing it way up there.
Yeah, that's a line you don't see very often, just because it does take that really next level power, and I mean that's just an incredible shot. He's just absolutely nailed it there.
Wow, what a beautiful flex! And you are way down the hill trying to make your way up. Looks like you're Sexton Firebird or something.
Yeah, just no footing, and I mean that's almost as good as I could have hoped for from down there. You really can go all the way down that hill, so yeah.
Not a bad out from where you were. That's a pretty good up from Garrett. Here is your third. Just trying to save that 4. Sit.
Yeesh.
Ah! That was weird, man.
Yeah, that's a problem.
I did not want to sit down. DOS. That'll par. And
nice.
Joe. Only look for a bird.
Real close. At least it sat for him. You can see some bumper rolls, as you might imagine.
That is for sure. And here is for a 4 save. Oh, what?
Yeah, right through the chains and out the back. So insult to injury there, but I guess it was my own fault.
I totally remembered that one going in. I guess I did not remember it correctly. Well, it kind of went in for a minute.
It did.
Yeah.
It went in.
And then it went out.
Yeah, and then it went out after that, unfortunately. So
there is a beautiful Missoula in the background there.
Yeah, this is a great picture-taking spot for sure. Got the whole valley spread out below you. Blue Mountain's kind of the western landmark of Missoula, and you just get to see, just the whole valley all the way across. See for miles on top of here, so it's great.
Yeah, the views are just great up there, and you got this beautiful river running down the middle. There's an unfortunate 5 from yourself. We won't talk about that too much. Couple birds, or sorry, 1 downs from Doss and Gurthie, and hole 4. This looks like a very fun hole to throw, Christian.
Oh yeah, and really for any level, because there's just so much to it. For pros, obviously trying to get yourself all the way down there and get a putt. There's some trees to deal with on the first part of the flight, but if you can do that, you're kind of just playing plinko. Honestly, sometimes you have a great shot and it doesn't work out, and this is what you can do if you have rocket launchers in your arm, but not otherwise.
I didn't know this was a thing.
Well, it isn't for the mortal.
It's so bizarre, but
Yeah,
so cool to watch.
That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. I mean, that is a play that mortals can take from the white tee that you see in front of you, but not from that blue one. I mean, that's just incredible.
Wow. I think this is a predator pull here from Doss. It's drifting a little left early, but it's not a terrible spot to be.
No, and decent shots definitely can kind of drift off a little left there, and frankly, sometimes they'll get hit by those trees and drop into great shots. So
sure, that looked like Joe ripping on a Thunderbird.
Yeah, probably a little higher line than you're looking for. You're kind of looking to throw at the ground so that you minimize the effect of the trees if you do have a good line on it.
Mm-hmm. You going T-bird?
Yeah. I'll throw a kind of a nice straight T-bird and just try to put it, fairly low. But honestly, if your mistake is a little high, like mine was here as well, I mean, you're still slamming into the trees close-ish to the basket, and I'll have no problem getting up and down from there, and maybe even a half a look.
Hey, bonus roll. You'll take it.
Yeah.
Not a bad spot at all. Yeah, I think you're CTP, honestly. Yeah, Garrett might be a little closer, but not much. Joe's second.
Yeah, honestly, great upshot there. I mean, lots of trees to hit for Joe, and the basket's on that little bit of a ridge, so you can give yourself a 25-footer you'd rather not be taking pretty easily here.
It's very true. Doss with a great up. Christian, you're smartly laying up with that little ridge there. And Garrett, who I don't think anybody's ever putted from over there. For two, anyway.
Yeah, pretty routine. I mean, I think Garrett and I both just decided we didn't want 35-footers, just given the percentages of making that, those 50-footers we were looking at. So.
Yep. You got to be good at math when you play disc golf, man. Stay in school, kids.
Be a mathlete.
Yep, sure. Those stats classes are very important for your disc golf game. Joe dropping in, as do you. A bunch of pars there, but no shame in a three. I don't think you're losing strokes to anyone, probably.
Yeah, no. I mean, you might have a couple fortunate twos out of the field, but really anywhere at it, because it really is fortunate. So.
Yep. But you better be planning on a two for this hole, Christian.
Yeah, this is another one of, along with hole 2 and hole 12, which we'll see in a little bit here. This is one of those ones where you really want to give yourself at least a chance. It's a pretty routine, hyzer if you've got a little bit of arm, and even the straight ahead shot's not too bad. So Garrett does have the arm for it.
Yeah. He has the arm for every hole ever planted. Goes a little bit long.
Yeah, a little long and right. That wasn't quite close enough to the tree, it looked like.
Yeah. Doss with a predator. Island basket here, a bit of a challenge, though. You got to ace it or it's OB.
There you go.
Yep. Doss hanging out with double G back there, but it looks like he's got a decent look at it. Joe, looks like a fur bird.
Yep, nothing wrong with that.
No, you take it. And what's your disc here, Christian?
I even though the distance isn't very long, I just really prefer this nice big spiky line, so I throw an Excalibur here.
No kidding, dude. It makes sense.
Yeah, it just makes it a little more comfortable for me on that hyzer.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a stroke right there.
Oh man, multiple strokes, and you'll have to go find a canoe. So
he's gonna be dropping into 4 with that water penalty. Ooh, Doss, good putt.
Yeah, Nate's so great at those nose up kind of control line putts. So I think he must have been confident. Just looking that one from behind the tree.
Yeah. Joe pitching it in, as a Mr.
Yep.
Rovere will do, and you got it's a advanced maneuver right there.
There we go.
And here you are again on the negative side of things. And double G he's from Florida. There's tons of water down there. He ain't scared. As long as there's no gators in it, Garrett's good.
I aced that hole one time when you could still wedge it in the cage and have a count.
Really?
Yeah, just off the tee, just point.
Nice. Looks like you guys all got a stroke on Garrett right there, and he's going to be trying to get it back on this hole, but it's pretty gettable for all you guys with your big D.
Yeah, this hole is actually getting better every year, I think, because you really could, just take the big hyzer without much difficulty. But as the trees on the right have grown up, the line that Nate's about to take here is really kind of the preferred line.
Oh, it's a little baby flex.
Yeah, a little baby flex, or even a kind of hyzer flip up, but also a lower shot. Mm-hmm. I think you'll see a couple of us still go kind of big and over those trees, like Joe did here, but it's becoming a technical line, so no free lunch anymore.
Yeah, eventually those trees are gonna get tall enough, we'll take away the hyzer, you won't be able to throw it far enough, right?
Yeah, just a couple years, or it'll be some sort of just such a weird flex line on the hyzer that you won't want to.
Sure. This your X-Cal again, or are you going Destroyer?
Yeah, that's I think that's a quite beat up X-Cal that'll hopefully turn, even though I'm putting it quite high and right.
Mm-hmm. Double G. Do you remember what this disc was? Destroyer, I think
that's a Sonic. Okay, maybe not quite.
It's one of those two.
Yeah. I think it's a Destroyer, but I could.
We got Joe with an outside look here.
Oh, great look. Great look. Yeah, Joe's a fantastic putter from a little longer range for sure.
Definitely. Oh, as is this guy. He wanted that one. Man. Christian from a little bit closer.
Not quite. We're all over it from 40, but nobody quite put it down.
There's the Goldilocks putt.
Just right.
Yep, got that stroke pack he lost, the three of you on that last hole.
Yep. I think, gosh, you would expect to see more than just one bird on this, but,
yeah.
I think it goes to the conditions. We're just don't quite have the footing or the grip that we'd like to kind of get a little bit of a +2.
Yeah, I feel like that tee-pad, didn't that tee-pad a little divot in the front of it too? Is that?
Yeah, it's an interesting tee-pad. Actually, I think since this video was formed, there's a great work party or filmed. There's a great work party out there, so that tee-pad's in better shape now. But it is a little bit of a rough one. Yeah.
Cool. All right, Garrett with that solo bird, stretching that lead out, and hole 7, we're going up, Christian.
Yeah, 291 playing pretty much 500, I'd say. It's just such an uphill slope, and you're certainly looking to get all the way up there for a putt, but boy, a 30-footer, if you hit basket, you can be 100 yards downhill. So.
Yep. Garrett turns it over too much. He's almost pin high up there, though.
Yeah, obviously the power wasn't the problem, but he did not hit the line he was looking at. So.
Yep. Doss ripping a force up the hill.
Yeah, probably a little short, but not a bad place to be.
Not at all. Joe? Oh.
Fooling us.
Bach.
Yeah, this is a great hole. We actually play the shorter tee just because of better score separation. The longer tees across the road there, you can see it in the flyover.
Joe.
There we go. Right line and just the right amount of power. I mean, that's just a perfect shot.
That was just beautiful. You going X-Cal again?
No, that's a Destroyer. I really just did not get a hold of it.
Gotcha. Doss, long look here, and you don't really want a basket hit for that rollaway potential.
Yeah. I mean, he's going for it. Shoot, I guess just like Garrett is not immortal as far as distance, Nate Doss is not exactly immortal as far as putting 80-footers in the bucket. So he's not scared.
I feel you on that one. It was a bunch of par layups. Well, Doss was a bit of a go. Here is Joe for the solo bird.
Yep.
Well done by him. Probably a stroke on most of the field, honestly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think only the real top half of the field distance-wise, has the juice to get all the way up there like Joe did. I mean,
yeah.
Some folks are hoping for maybe a 30-footer or something like that. But yeah, just to completely pure it like that in this sort of weather is just great.
Yeah, not everyone has 500 feet of power, it turns out.
Nope.
There is that birdie from Joe, taking him to 8 down, doing some work there. Looks like Double G still 3 strokes clear of Doss, and we are on hole 8. I like this one. It gives you options.
Yeah, boy, I think you're likely to see just a number of different types of shots attempted on this hole. Great forehand, great kind of high turnover. Roller's not even a bad idea, and a couple different backhand lines that you see. So, it is right there, but it's just got enough technicality, and and a great thumber hole as well. Back when I could throw a thumber, that was my play of choice.
Oh, come on, Joe. That's so good. That was his Glow Firebird.
Oh yeah, just perfect.
Double G. He's got a sneaky good forehand, Christian.
Yeah, boy, and I didn't really. I've played with Garrett a few times through the years, but I hadn't seen too much of the forehand until he busted it out to great success here. So
yeah, Dosko and Ti Buzz on that turnover. So pretty.
Yeah, that should probably work.
Maybe just a little bit. You going with a rock here or rock 3?
Yeah, rock 3, and I kind of take the sort of helicopter line at it usually. So 4 different lines there.
Cool, I dig it. And everybody's they're on the dance floor.
Yeah.
Got some looks. I believe you're going to be up first. Nope. Double G. Ooh.
There we go. I might have already laid up to 20.
Oh, shush. You're knocking this one down all day. There you go.
Just barely.
No
there we go.
doubter. Joe making the bird off that ridiculous thumber of his. And Doss, umbrella in hand. Bag on.
Oh, yeah, with the buzz. Just no problem.
And he put it with the buzz. You're right. I mean, that's a lot of difficulty. Like, that really bumps up his score, multipliers and stuff. You know how that works. Everybody getting some really nice birdies on that one. It's gettable, but I don't feel like everyone gets it every time.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I mean, that it is definitely techy enough that, almost surprised that we all got it, given that the 3 holes before were probably just as easy.
True. Hole 9, that's another techie hole. It's short, but not an easy get, surprisingly.
Yeah, it can get squirrely on you down there on the dance floor, and there's no real clear line to it. So most guys are just kind of doing this little overstable play, coming at it, and then hoping not to roll too far.
Yeah, it just seems to happen so easily. That was, I believe, a gator from Joe.
Yep, pretty common play.
Garrett.
You can see, he's just playing right at a couple trees there. So,
yeah.
You are just sort of playing the numbers that this is most likely to work out, even though you're not trying to just pure it up the gap like is available, but just lower percentage.
Mm-hmm. Doss opted for a slower, less stable disc here, which kind of benefits him with the ground play there.
Yeah. I like kind of setting it down up high with that disc, and I got those trees that those guys just missed, but I'm probably closer. So
I think you are quite a bit. Good bid there from Garrett.
Oh yeah, nice bid.
Joe gonna have to step out around this tree for his 2 look.
Yeah, he wanted it. Right, you never want to look at a hole that has a number under 200 feet and then be hoping you get your 2. I mean, you just want to park it, but...
Yep. Yeah. Does not do good things for the ego when you 386-foot hole. And looks like I missed your putt. Here is your comebacker for the par.
Well, that was a good thing, since
Yeah.
I think I was about 25 feet away, so nobody needed to see that.
It never happened. I'll see if I can track down that clip and put it in for everybody. Love you. Double G. Ooh, cleans up his par as well. And Joe, drop it in too.
Yep. I'd say on that front nine, I mean, boy, in good conditions, we'd all definitely hope to be, further down. I mean, I've seen 5, 6, 7 down on the front without too much trouble. So to have a couple 3s and a 4 and some other guy, probably not what we're looking for, but still plenty of scoring to be done on the back.
Should be fun. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed part 1. Make sure you come back for part 2. Is a good one. And Christian, thanks much, man.
Hey, my pleasure.
All right, guys. Catch you soon. Later.